Hey there YouTube friends, I want to welcome you to my channel. I always thank you for your watching and your supporting my channel. Anyway, with winter here in southern Manitoba, riding the motorcycle is out of the question. And so I thought I would turn my attention to some audio related things because that is one of my other big interests. And, you know, playing a little bit of guitar, a little bit of keyboard, doing a little bit of recording on the computer. It's always fun, almost as fun as riding bike, but not quite. It's a different kind of fun. Okay, so anyway, today I wanted to look at the Line 6 HX Stomp. They've changed some things when you're creating patches for the guitar, and particularly in stereo, and using the IR cab files. So I thought we would look at the new methods for creating a dual speaker cabinet first, and then possibly we're gonna reprogram some patches and using the new carrier so you can have a dual IR in a single block. And so what this does is it frees up a lot more blocks for you to use for other things, and also they've got more processing power or more efficient processing power, so that also frees up more processing power for more blocks. So anyway, come along with me as we create a new patch or convert a patch to this new format. Okay, so here we are in HX Edit. I have some patches that I really like here, and we have one that's 2 amps with a stereo cab, and we have another one with the IRs that has 2 amps and 2 cabs, because previous to this version of HX Edit there was no dual block for the IR, and it probably wasn't able to do it. There's an update for the Stomp as well as the Edit program, so make sure you have both of those. So anyway, let's copy this and paste that there. Yes. Okay, so here we are. So let's dig a little bit deeper into this patch. So we have an AC30, and we have a Brit J45, and we have a blue AC210 with a 160 mic, and a matchless with the SR25 mic. So anyway, I've written these down, made a note of them for later as we change this. We have a cutoff of 65 Hertz and a high cut of 8 kilohertz, and the volume is set for -18 dB. So we have to remember those numbers for both of these cabinets. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna base our amp we're building now off of the AC30. And so you'll see we're gonna delete this cab, or amp, and we're gonna delete this IR. We've freed up 2 blocks already. So we'll highlight that IR and we'll go up here and we'll turn that into a dual IR, or like a dual cab. Okay, and we have to highlight that. Then it comes up and we have IR1 and IR2 basically, right? So let's look at IR1, and so if we made a note of that, we would need a blue 212 160. It's already there. And we want a low cut of 65, and we want a high cut of 8,000 Hertz. And we want to pan this to the left because we're making a stereo setup, so there's like 1 mic on each side of the amp. And let's go to the next one here, and we have a low cut of 65, and it's a high pass set at 8K. Hope I got that right. And we're going to pan that over to the right. And so these 2 speakers are going to have slightly different characteristics, and they're going to come out of each one will come out of its own speaker. And so you'll have kind of a stereo, more of a stereo feel. Now we have this setting here where we can make a delay from one side to the other. Now that sounds stereo, yeah, but I feel it would do very lightly if you did any, because it kind of bugs your ears like when things are out of phase. So I would use that very sparingly. For now we won't bother. So now we have all these free blocks left over, and so if we were going to add a distortion, like every one of my distortions is available. If I wanted to add a compressor, the compressors are available. So let's say we did that, and I'm going to take this block. Can I drag it? Not yet. and I wanted to put distortion in there, you can see all my distortions are available. So let's make it, just for fun, let's make it a Minotaur, right? And we can drag that over there. No problem. If we had another block, we could add, those are single. If we went stereo, like look at that, I can even add delays now. Every one of these delays is still open to me, for me to do this. Now this is not a stereo in out cab, but we do have the dual IR blocks. Okay, let's save this. Save. Okay, so now if we were to go back here to this WTIR, which this is a true stereo rig, I get it. But how many? Okay, so now if I wanted to add, let's go over here. If I wanted to add a delay, where are you? Delay, stereo. See, they're already blacking out several of them. And if I go over here and I want to add distortion, see, some of the distortions are already not available without even a delay. So you see what I mean? There's a bit of power here, and you know, more blocks to work with. Anyway, let's have a listen and see how this sounds compared to the original. Okay, so here we'll go for the original one. So there's that sound. Oh, I forgot to save it after that. We added some blocks there. Okay, so here I'm going to show you how to balance the sound from the two IR files, cabs. So there's IR A and B, and if I gave my guitar a little pluck here, you can see the right channel is too hot. So I'll go over to the right side, and I already played with this. I want to go minus 26, I believe. It's pretty close. If you look at these white guys, those are the averaging ones, so they're probably a good one to go by. Anyway, that's what you do if you want to balance them. You have your inputs set. My inputs don't actually have numbers on them, so they're rough, but I just balanced it on another patch that I had purchased, and then this patch we're playing with, I just sort of lined it up so it's similar. So anyway, there we have minus 26. So you get the idea? That's a very ambient patch, I know, but... I hope you don't mind the new focus of my attention, and I hope you still support my channel. Thank you. I'm sure many of my viewers out there have the same problem where parts of the year they can't ride. And so what kind of things do you do with your spare time? Maybe you put your attention on skidooing and stuff like that instead, or outdoor sports. But yeah, feel free to comment what you do when you're not riding your motorbike, when the weather changes and you're not going to be able to ride for a while. It really helps me when you support by liking and subscribing, so do that if you enjoyed the channel. Anyway, thanks for watching.